So everyone, here we are at Wolverhampton Wanderers Academy. We come up here for the full day to check out some of the coaching here and recording stuff for the coaches pass. Really excited to be here. World class academy, world class programs, some top coaches. We're going to get a behind the scenes look at what we do when we record some of this content. Got to show you a bit behind the scenes with these coaches putting on the sessions. We've got a great widespread sort of example of the coaching here today. We're looking at 11s, the 12s, the 13s, the 18s, some of the younger foundation phase as well. So really excited to show you some of what's going on and seeing what happens behind the scenes when we shoot at some of these top class academies. So just watched the first session. It was like a passing practice, two groups working, really working on that ball striking, but also first touch. I really like the organisation. There was a gate there, so you got to receive it, drive through, whether it's back foot or front foot, and then there's also in the back another receiving. So thinking about what I do in the individual sessions, you want that explosive first touch as well. So crisp passes, explosive first touch, lots of good repetition, lots of good organisation in terms of ball to player ratio. Good way to get the boys started and get that tempo starting in the session. So, and to put it in a bit of context, this is going to be the last part of this bit of the session. It's day release. They're going to go away. The boys have lunch. They do a bit of stuff in the classroom as well, and then they come back to do their IDP stuff after lunch in the afternoon as well. So, to give you an idea of what's going on in on the day release at one of the best academies in the country. Great to see these guys working, top quality coaches, top quality players, and looking forward to seeing what else they're getting up to. Okay, so after a little bit of a quick cup of tea, chill the bones a bit. Now we're going to watch the 18s. Starting with a bit of an S&C warm-up with the guys there to get ready, and then going to watch James and Rich do their session here. Like I said, we're talking to these guys and top practitioners. Really looking forward to seeing this session. Lots of talking about receiving, playing through, dominating the ball, dominating possession, and really intrigued, excited to see this next session.
White, 2 for the orange, 3 for the yellow. You've just got to tag it. That's the game. Alright? Once you tag, you defend. 1 go each, then we're in. Makes sense? Ready, match. You 2 play. Listen, you 2 play. On the camera! Nice ball.
In here, midfield boys recognise the pressure. If I'm high channel, to go and combine with the striker. Okay? Does that make sense? Yeah? Pull that down there quickly. There's a couple of variations here. Pressure from this side. Pressure from this side allows you to open the right. Flip it down the corner into the striker. That's your second variation. Ball down there. Keep pressure. Keep tight. I'm blocking the channel. Back foot, turn to play forward. Does that make sense? Okay? When you play in places, you'll go and swap through. You'll go to the start. Okay? Strikers. When you strike, you can push. You've got to run. Yeah? If I pressure Jerome from behind and holding there, and Jerome's looking to flip around the corner, I need to get in front of here, so then you combine with Jerome, to then go back to the start.
Okay, so going for part 1 of the practice here, 2 groups very much working around the number 6, so like the pivot, on receiving techniques, receiving skills, passing and moving really, but different receiving. What I really liked about the coaching session here was a coach giving 3 different scenarios, 3 different for the player, for that 6 to move, whether I'm receiving, say, side, I've got time to play one, tipping it around the corner, I've got time to open my body up. So lots of quality repetitions, really focused on those 2 6s, those 2 pivot players, but the tempo's good. good quality communication and detail from the coach. The temper's really buzzing. It's a cold day, but everyone's firing, everyone's really on it. Okay, so next part of the practice here is basically a defence against attack. They're playing play with three at the back. So we've got back three, two pivots, coned off quite a narrow area. Two target players, as the coach is going to, two of the S&C coaches there. But basically, they're trying to play through. So playing out from the back, challenging the pivots to try and get on it. Can they try and find those little pockets, try on different lines, trying those little split passes to combine. But we were chatting about a minute ago. It's good because it's quite a tight area, quite tight condensed. So obviously the coach is talking about, can you play through? If you can't play through, then maybe you play over. It's obviously it's narrowed off, so you can't really play around. But it's interesting there, the boys working it and trying to find those little spaces, pockets to play, try and stretch the pitch and really forcing those pivot players again to get on it under pressure, link the play, and then when they do get through, trying to attack as well and then play off that striker. So that's the 18th session done. They finished off with a condition game at the end there. Basically a little square in the middle. If you're playing through there and you score, it's worth 3 points. Obviously trying to encourage players to play through, which has been a theme of the day. And obviously they worked on the pressing and being compact. I mean, reflection on the first morning was just wow. What an unbelievable experience. Top quality coaching, top quality players, unbelievable facility. Going to see what really goes into making a Cat 1 academy. That 12 session, that 13 session, and that under 18 session is really fantastic. So now we're going to go grab a bit of lunch, and then we're back in the sessions this afternoon. We've got the 12s again, some IDP stuff, and then we've got the foundation phase in the evening. So yeah, it's been a top morning so far. Can't wait to share this all with you live. Remember, all the sessions are going to be live on the Coaches Pass on MyPersonalFootballCoach.com. You can follow the info in the bio. You can see the full session, the full interviews, and see these world-class coaches in action. Okay, so here we go. After lunch, back in the indoor, this unbelievable indoor space. So basically, back with the 13s are doing some IDP stuff. So they get about 30 minutes to basically work by themselves or in small groups. All the individual development stuff, they manage that themselves. It's player-led. And luckily here we've got Rich, who's the under-18s coach, is doing some individual stuff with a couple of 18s. We're going to film that for the coaches pass, some individual work. Then there's unit work. They go into defence. The 13s are talking about going to defence. Midfield attackers. I think we're going to get Dan doing some stuff with the attackers as well. And then after that, we've got the 13s, solid 12 session. And then the foundation phase session has been cancelled because of the poor weather. So again, interesting what's happened. Obviously, this is a day release program. So it's a pretty long day for the boys, seeing how they react. There's some player-led stuff with some coach stuff in there as well. So guys, yeah, so really frustrating that the mic went at this point here. Just want to talk about in terms of the day release and the player-led stuff which they've done. Really interesting actually, because when I spoke to Pavs, he said they've been doing it for a few years. It did take a while to bed in, so there's lots of freedom in terms of the players to set up their own practices, work on what they want to work on. Sometimes working individually, sometimes working in pairs, sometimes working in threes. We saw some dribblings there, some ball striking exercises, some coach-led stuff or some coach-supported stuff. But yeah, really good to see that player-led stuff and how it works, and they're working on their IAPs basically. So I thought that was really interesting, and some good quality work as well. And you looked at those little sessions in terms of the ball striking, the wrapping, and some 1v1 there. So nice little mix of different things going on. And also there was just some ball striking, which I thought was really important as well. Just the players just practicing passing the ball, kicking the ball. How much time did they get to work on that technique? And there's some nice little combination, like short, long movements there. And I talked to Dan Watson about it, who's one of the lead technical coaches. You know, do we give our players enough time to work on those core ball striking techniques? So yeah, really interesting to see as they went into those individual led players in group sessions, and again that passing and moving, but working on those individual action plans and that real quality ball striking as well, particularly over that long distance.
That's the ball. We want to try and find.
So there you go, final whistle on the final session of the day. Two top sessions there from the under 12 coach. Again, playing out from the back, trying to play through the midfielder, ideally through that central zone. Yeah, top sessions here. Really nice way to finish the day with that big condition game at the end. And listen, I do a lot of these trips going around the world, getting the content for the Coach's Pass at MyPersonalFootballCoach.com. Remember, all these sessions will be live, full session with the interviews on the Coach's Pass at MyPersonalFootballCoach.com. I thought it'd be real nice to give you a bit of an insight into behind the scenes, what we do. Really privileged that this top academy, one of the best academies in the country, gives us this behind the scenes access to show us, and then these top coaches, this top facility, and to give an idea what they're doing here, and then sharing their work on the Coach's Pass. So I want to say a big thanks to John Hunter-Barrett, Academy Manager, Pavs here, who organises the Younger Academy, and to all the staff here and all the players who made it a top day. And I hope you enjoyed seeing behind the scenes and what goes on inside the academy.